Vincent Salazar discovered his ability while leaning against a concrete wall. He was in his cell. Pelican Bay State Prison. Maximum security. Year 3 of a 25-year sentence for armed robbery that went wrong. 3 people dead. Vincent pulled the trigger on one of them. The other 2 died in the crossfire. He wasn't innocent. Wasn't wrongly convicted. The evidence was clear. The jury took 4 hours to convict. The judge showed no mercy at sentencing. Vincent Salazar was a murderer. And he'd accepted that. Accepted the walls. The bars. The endless years ahead of him. Then his hand went through the concrete. He'd been leaning, tired, pressed against the wall of his cell, thinking about nothing, about everything, about the life he'd destroyed, including his own. His hands sank into the concrete, not breaking it, not cracking it, just passing through. Like the wall wasn't there. Vincent jerked back, stared at the wall. Solid. He touched it again. Normal. Impenetrable. But for just a moment, it hadn't been. Vincent tested it carefully over the next week. He learned the rules fast. He could phase through any material, once per day. The effect lasted approximately 5 seconds. Long enough to pass through a wall. Not long enough for anything complicated. The ability reset at midnight. Exactly midnight. Vincent had tested it. 11:59 p.m. nothing. 12 a.m. the ability was available again. The phasing was complete. While passing through material, Vincent was completely intangible. Couldn't be touched. Couldn't be stopped. Just existed in a state where solid matter didn't affect him. And the ability had one critical limitation. It was voluntary, but once started, it ran its full duration. Vincent couldn't stop phasing midway through. If he started passing through a wall and something went wrong, he was committed to the full 5 seconds whether he wanted to be or not. Vincent stood in his cell and stared at the wall separating him from freedom. 1 use per day. 5 seconds of phasing. Enough to walk through any barrier. He could escape. Right now. Tonight. Just phase through the wall. Through the fence. Through whatever stood between him and the outside world. The ability was literally a get-out-of-jail-free card. Vincent didn't use it. Not that night. Not the next night. Not for 2 weeks. Because where would he go? What would he do? He was a convicted murderer. 3 victims. His face was in every database. His fingerprints. His in it. The moment he stepped outside, he'd be a fugitive. And fugitives got caught eventually. More importantly, Vincent knew he deserved to be here. He'd killed someone. Intentionally. During a robbery. For money. There was no justification. No excuse. Just a choice he'd made that ended a life. The ability didn't change that. Didn't make him innocent. Didn't erase what he'd done. It just gave him a choice. Stay or go. Accept his punishment or run from it. Vincent chose to stay. But he kept testing the ability. Because even if he wasn't going to use it for escape, he needed to understand it. The first time Vincent used it to help someone was 3 months after discovery. Prison riot. Started in the cafeteria. Spread to the cell blocks. Guards retreating. Inmates taking control. Violence everywhere. Vincent was in his cell. Door locked. He could wait it out. Let the guards regain control. Stay out of it. Then he heard screaming. Cell next to his. Martinez. Young guy. Early 20s. In for drug charges. Non-violent. Didn't belong in maximum security, but the system had put him there anyway. Other inmates had gotten into Martinez's cell. Were beating him. Badly. Vincent could hear it through the wall. Vincent pressed his hand against the concrete. Felt the resistance. Thought about his one use for the day. Then he phased. 5 seconds. Through the wall. Into Martinez's cell. Grabbed the attackers. Threw them against the bars. They scattered. Surprised. Confused about how Vincent had appeared from nowhere. Vincent pulled Martinez out. Through the wall. Into his own cell. Locked the door. Martinez was bleeding. Broken ribs. Possible concussion. But alive. How did you? Martinez started. Doesn't matter. Stay quiet. Stay down. This'll be over soon. The riot ended 4 hours later. 12 inmates injured. 2 dead. Martinez survived because Vincent had used his one phase to save him instead of escape. Word spread. Not about the ability, just that Salazar had somehow gotten into Martinez's cell and pulled him out. People had theories. Hidden passage. Bribed guard. Something. No one guessed the truth. Vincent used the ability 6 more times over the next year. Always to help. Never to harm. Never to escape. An inmate trapped during a fire. Vincent phased through to reach him. Pulled him out before the smoke killed him. A guard having a heart attack in a locked security booth. Vincent phased in. Started CPR. Saved his life. A kid, barely 18, about to be shanked by a gang. Vincent phased through the crowd. Stopped it. Took the hit that was meant for the kid. Each time cost him his one use for the day. Each time meant he couldn't escape even if he wanted to. But Vincent didn't want to escape anymore. Because he'd found something inside Pelican Bay that he'd never had outside. Purpose. The ability to help without expectations. To save lives without reward. Outside, Vincent had been selfish. Violent. Had taken lives for money. Had destroyed families for personal gain. Inside, he could give back. One person at a time. One phase per day. It wasn't redemption. He'd killed 3 people. Nothing could redeem that. But it was something. A way to balance the scales. Slightly. Incrementally. One saved life at a time. The warden noticed after 18 months. Called Vincent into his office. Not for punishment. For conversation. You've been involved in 17 incidents, Warden Hayes said. Medical emergencies. Violence prevention. Rescues. Always at the right place at the right time. How? Vincent didn't answer. I'm not stupid, Salazar. You're getting into places you shouldn't be able to access. Lock cells. Secured areas. You're doing something I don't understand. But the result is that people are alive who wouldn't be. So I'm not going to ask too many questions. Then why am I here? Because I want to offer you something. Early parole consideration. Your record inside has been exceptional. You've saved lives. Shown rehabilitation. The board might be willing to reduce your sentence. Vincent thought about it. Thought about getting out early. Thought about freedom. Thought about the 3 people he'd killed. About their families. About the debt he owed. No thank you, Vincent said. Hayes blinked. No. I'm serving my sentence. All of it. I owe that much. You could get out in 10 years instead of 22. I killed 3 people. I should serve every day of my sentence. The fact that I'm helping people inside doesn't change what I did outside. Hayes studied him. You're serious? Yes. Then why help at all? If you're not looking for reduced time, why put yourself at risk? Because I can. Because it's the right thing to do. Because maybe if I save enough lives, it'll balance out the ones I took. Not legally. Not officially. Just morally. Hayes was quiet for a long moment. I've been a warden for 20 years. Never met an inmate who turned down early parole. I'm not looking for parole. I'm looking for penance. The FBI approached him 2 years later. Agent Wilson. Somehow he'd gotten clearance to visit. Somehow he knew. Mr. Salazar. I'm Agent Wilson. FBI. I need to talk to you about your ability. Vincent's blood went cold. They knew. Somehow they knew. I don't know what you're talking about. Wilson pulled out a folder. Security footage. Grainy. But clear enough. Vincent appearing on camera where he shouldn't be able to be. Passing through walls. Through bars. Through solid matter. You can phase through objects. Once per day. 5 seconds duration. You've been using it inside Pelican Bay for over 2 years. Saved 23 lives. Could have escaped at any time but chose not to. Vincent didn't respond. We want to offer you something. Work for us. Use your ability for intelligence gathering. Infiltration. Situations where we need someone who can bypass physical security. I'm serving a sentence. We can arrange a transfer. Minimum security facility. Better conditions. And meaningful work. Work that saves lives. I'm not interested in better conditions. I'm serving my time. All of it. Wilson leaned forward. You could save more people working with us. Hundreds. Maybe thousands. Isn't that worth more than staying in a cell? Vincent thought about it. Thought about the people he could help. The lives he could save. The ability being used for something bigger than prison interventions. Then he thought about the 3 people he'd killed. About justice. About accepting consequences. I appreciate the offer. But I committed a crime. 3 people are dead because of me. I don't get to skip out on the punishment because I developed an ability. That's not how justice works. Justice is flexible. We could arrange. No. I'm staying. I'm serving my sentence. And I'm using my ability here. Where I am. For the people I can reach. That's my choice. Wilson studied him. You're turning down a chance at freedom. At reduced time. At meaningful work. Why? Because freedom I don't deserve isn't freedom. It's just running away with government permission. Vincent served his sentence. All 25 years. Used his ability every day he could. Saved 67 lives total. Prevented countless injuries. Stopped violence. Rescued people. Made Pelican Bay slightly safer for everyone inside. Never tried to escape. Never asked for special treatment. Never used the ability for personal gain. Just helped. 1 person per day. 1 phase per day. For 25 years. When he was finally released at age 53, the warden was there to shake his hand. You're a free man, Salazar. What are you going to do now? Vincent looked at the prison behind him. At the walls he could have walked through at any time. At the place that had been his home and his penance for a quarter century. I'm going to live quietly. Work honestly. Try to be the person I should have been 30 years ago. You could do more. With your ability. The FBI still wants you. The FBI wants to use me. That's different. I'm done being used. Done using myself. I just want to be normal. After 25 years of saving lives, you think you can go back to normal? I can try. Vincent Salazar moved to a small town in Oregon. Got a job at a hardware store. Lived in a studio apartment. Kept to himself. Told no one about the ability. Told no one about his past. He still had the ability. Still phased once per day. Just to test it. To confirm it was still there. But he never used it. Never needed to. Life in a small town was quiet. No emergencies. No crises. No opportunities to save lives. Just normal. Peaceful. Boring. Vincent liked boring. He'd spent 25 years with an ability that could have set him free and chose not to use it. Chose to serve his time. Chose to accept consequences. Now he was free. Actually free. Legally free. And the ability was just a quirk. A reminder of what he'd done and what he'd chosen not to do. Some people asked about his past. He told them the truth. Convicted murderer. Served his time. Trying to move forward. Some people avoided him after that. Others respected the honesty. A few even gave him chances. Employment. Friendship. Small gestures of acceptance. Vincent appreciated all of it. The acceptance and the rejection. Both felt earned. 2 years after his release, there was a fire. Old building. 3 stories. Apartments. Multiple families. Started in the basement. Spread fast. Fire department arrived within minutes. But the top floor was already cut off. Smoke too thick. Flames too hot. 3 people trapped. An elderly woman. A single mother. A kid. The firefighters couldn't reach them. Structure too unstable. Heat too intense. They were going to die. Vincent stood in the crowd watching. Feeling the familiar pull. The awareness of his ability. The knowledge that he could phase through the burning building. Walk through fire. Through smoke. Through obstacles. Reach the 3rd floor. Get them out. 1 use. 5 seconds. Enough to pass through any barrier. But not enough to make multiple trips. He'd have to choose. Take 1 person. Leave 2. Or try to get them all at once. Vincent looked at the building. At the smoke. At the flames. Then he looked at the firefighters. At the equipment. At the ladder trucks that couldn't quite reach. He could help. Could save them. Could use his ability one more time. But doing so would reveal what he was. What he could do. Would bring attention. Questions. Maybe FBI interest again. Definitely scrutiny. Vincent had chosen anonymity. Chosen normal life. Chosen to leave the ability behind. But 3 people were about to die. And he could save them. The choice was simple. And terrible. And obvious. Vincent ran toward the building. A firefighter grabbed him. "Sir, you can't." Vincent pulled free. "I can get to them. Trust me." He didn't wait for permission. Just ran. Through the front door. Through the smoke. Up the stairs. At the 2nd floor, the stairwell collapsed. Burning debris blocked his path. Vincent pressed his hand against it. Felt the resistance. Felt the heat. Then he phased. 5 seconds. Through the debris. Through the fire. Through the floor above. Emerging in the 3rd floor hallway where 3 people were huddled by a window. "Come with me," Vincent said. "Right now." He grabbed the kid. Told the women to hold on to him. Pressed against the wall leading to the exterior. Phased again. He couldn't. He'd already used his one phase to get through the debris. The ability was spent. He was trapped just like they were. Vincent looked at the window. At the drop. 3 stories. Onto concrete. Probably lethal. Then he heard it. Ladder truck. Moving into position. The firefighters bringing the ladder up. 30 seconds. Maybe less. Vincent smashed the window. Helped the 3 people out. Onto the ladder. Down to safety. Then he waited. Smoke filling his lungs. Heat blistering his skin. Ceiling starting to collapse. The ladder came back. A firefighter climbed up. Grabbed Vincent. Pulled him down. They made it out seconds before the 3rd floor collapsed completely. Vincent spent 3 days in the hospital. Smoke inhalation. 2nd-degree burns. But alive. The 3 people he'd saved were alive too. Minor injuries. Traumatized but okay. The news called him a hero. The same news outlets that had called him a murderer 30 years ago. Agent Wilson visited on day 2. "You used your ability. Everyone saw you appear on the 3rd floor when the stairwell was destroyed. They don't understand how you got there. But I do. I didn't phase into the building. I phased through debris inside. Used my one charge to reach them. Then I was stuck. But you revealed yourself. Exposed your ability. After 30 years of keeping it secret. 3 people were dying. I chose to help. Same choice I made 200 times in Pelican Bay." Wilson was quiet. "The offer still stands. Work with us. Use your ability officially. Save more lives. I'm 55 years old. Spent 25 years in prison. 2 years building a normal life. I'm not interested in being a government asset." "Then what are you interested in?" Vincent thought about it. "Living quietly. Helping when I can. Accepting that I can't save everyone but trying anyway. That's enough." "That's not enough. You could do more." "Could isn't should. I've learned that lesson. Sometimes the right thing is staying where you are. Serving your time. Living small. Not chasing redemption but accepting limitation." Wilson left without another offer. Vincent Salazar is 57 now. 4 years since his release. 29 years since he discovered the ability. 29 years of being able to walk through any material once per day. He still has it. Tests it occasionally. Phases through his apartment wall just to confirm. Then walks back through the door like a normal person. He doesn't use it for anything important anymore. Doesn't need to. Life is quiet. Normal. The people in town know what he did. The fire. The rescue. Some call him a hero. Vincent doesn't accept the title. Heroes don't have 3 victims in their past. Heroes don't spend 25 years in maximum security. He's just a man with an unusual ability who made choices. Some terrible. Some decent. Some somewhere in between. The ability could have given him freedom. Could have made him valuable. Could have turned him into something special. Instead, Vincent used it to serve his time. To help people who couldn't help themselves. To accept consequences instead of running from them. He could walk through any material once per day. And for 25 years, he chose not to walk through the walls that held him. Because having the power to escape doesn't mean you should. Sometimes the right choice is staying, serving your time, accepting your punishment. Vincent Salazar killed 3 people 30 years ago. Nothing changes that. Not time, not good deeds, not abilities. But for 25 years he saved lives. 1 per day. Using an ability that could have freed him but instead became his way of paying back. Not redemption. Debt can't be redeemed. Life can't be restored. Just penance. Incremental. Insufficient. But real. He could have walked through prison walls. Chose not to. Used his ability to help instead of escape. That choice defined him more than the ability itself. Some people get superpowers and become heroes. Some become villains. Some just try to be decent within the constraints they're given. Vincent Salazar was a murderer who could phase through walls. And he chose to stay locked up anyway. That's not heroism. That's just responsibility. Accepting what you've done. Serving your time. Helping where you can without expecting forgiveness. The ability gave him options. Vincent chose the hardest one. And lived with it for 25 years. Now he's free. Legally. Actually. Completely. And the ability is just a reminder of what he didn't do. The escape he didn't take. The consequences he didn't avoid. Vincent Salazar could walk through any material once per day. But he spent a quarter century choosing not to. And that choice, to stay, to serve, to help, matters more than the ability itself.